I was just very, very proud of our players and coaches just on how they handled the preparation for this game this week. We asked our guys to really dig down and have great focus and preparation, and I think we handled it very maturely, which shows growth by our team. I thought our coaches did a great job, offense, defense, and special teams, preparing our team for this game. And this was a team that was struggling, but I was proud of how we performed. We had to go out and play. We had to go run the ball. I thought we did a nice job of that. We needed to play clean and not turn it over, and we did a good job of that. And then I was just so proud of Damian Babers. He's been a guy that we had high expectations for at the beginning of the year. He hasn't played particularly great, but this just kind of is the kind of day that shows his explosiveness as a player. You know, returning 3 touchdowns and the big interceptions that he had, the punt block and return for a touchdown was just really a pretty amazing performance by him. Really, really proud of Ty Ganji, the way he led our offense this week in practice and prepared. I thought he played very well today. Wyatt Demps had a huge performance, over 100 yards receiving, but probably what's more impressive is that he was the one that made the block punt and just was really, really instrumental as a special teams player. And that says a lot for your leading receiver to be one of your best special teams players. And I think it says a lot about the unselfishness of our seniors and, you know, how Austin Corbett and Wyatt Demps and Austin Paulus and those guys have continued to play hard and do the things we ask them to do. And then Malik Reed, I thought, was really, really strong today. You know, 3.5 sacks and tackles for loss and just continues to play with great effort. So really proud of our performance as a team. It shows what we're capable of doing when we prepare the right way and we come to competition the right way. And we really want to finish this 4th quarter of the season strong, and we get another opportunity next week.
How did you hope your players, everything they've gone through to keep working hard to be able to experience a Saturday like this?
I think it's a credit that we continue to work to do the right things, and we've been really conscious as a coaching staff not to look the other way, and we expect them to have above-the-line behavior, and it's a challenge every day, especially when your record is what it is, to be positive every day, to come and work hard every day, and to do the right things. And we challenge our guys to do that every day, and we've got really good leadership. I'm really proud of our seniors. Our seniors have not thrown the towel in. They continue to work hard every day. They try to show the right example. And we've had some older kids really put pressure on our younger players this week. You know, and it's a challenge. And I challenged our guys to really put pressure on their teammates to make them do the right thing. If they saw a guy that had a bad attitude or wanted to make excuses, to call it out. And we're just not going to accept that kind of below the line behavior here. And I think that's benefiting us here going into these last 3 games. We separate our season into 4 quadrants, and we're in the 4th quarter of the season. These last 3 games is the 4th quarter, and we talked all season about how we wanted to finish strong, and this was a great indication that we're heading the right direction. And we're going to play a really good team next week on the road, and we want to go out and play with the same kind of energy and edge and see if we can have the same kind of results. I was really happy to see our defense make big plays, and you know, I really challenged our defense to get their stinger back. We hadn't played particularly well the last few weeks, and really wanted to challenge them to make big hits, to go get the football, to turn the ball over and make big plays, and I was so proud to see them respond the way they did. You know, our safeties are so close to Asani Rufus, and they really wanted to play hard for him today. And it was great to see Damian and Jaden Sawyer and those guys have big games because they really wanted to play well. And we talked about it. We wanted to give Asani a game ball, and we were able to do that. So I was proud of that.
Have you ever seen anything like what Damian did? I know he's one of the first players.
I can't say that I have. I've seen guys have big games with turnovers, but not to have the type of game-changing impact plays that he made in one game is pretty impressive. And I was just happy. He's certainly capable of doing those things. He's our fastest player on defense. He's got explosive capabilities, and it was great to see him have those kind of impact plays today. Yeah, I mean, we've really tried to challenge him, tried to prod him, tried to get his attention a lot of different ways. I just think confidence is a fickle thing, and especially for college athletes. You know, when you play confident, you can make great things happen, and hopefully this will give him a lot of confidence to move forward and really play at a high level. You know, I certainly felt like we were capable of scoring them over 50 points, and you know, it's just something that we're capable of doing, and I like to see our players respond and do the things they're capable of doing, and I think so many times this year, us as coaches had more confidence in our players than actually our players have, and we want to see that come out more. You know, if you want a confident football team, you got to have confident players, and so I hope this helps us build our confidence. We feel like we can score offensively, and it doesn't matter who we're playing against. And we got to get that same feeling on defense, that we can stop people and that we can turn the ball over and we can sack the quarterback. And we start playing that way, it's infectious. And I think today we saw where when we make big plays in all three phases, we can be very potent as a football team. And we got to grow with that. And we got 2 more games to see how good we can be. And this will be a great test for us this weekend. I just think they were very relentless. And I thought our coverage was good. And that helped us get to the quarterback. You know, this was a team that's had its issues turning the ball over and giving up sacks. So I think it's just really good that we played to our potential and that we played clean. That was the other part that I really appreciated. I didn't really like some of the penalties late. You know, we've really taken a lot of pride in not having penalties. And so some of the penalties late I was disappointed with. The late touchdown I was disappointed with. Some of our inconsistent play in the third quarter I was disappointed with. I felt like we probably could have scored there at the end of the third quarter. But overall, you have to be pleased with scoring the amount of points that we played and getting the turnovers. That was big. You know, we're getting back on the right track and really want to finish this year out playing well in the turnover margin and working our way statistically on defense the way we should.
This is obviously one of the teams in the Mountain West is struggling. You're going to go against one of the teams in the Mountain West that's really good. I guess it's kind of that next step going on, showing you to be kind of an upper tier.
No question. I mean, you know, I think San Diego State is a little bit of a measuring stick, and to go play them on the road is a challenge. But, you know, we need to measure ourselves against that, and we need to respond on the road. And this is a good chance for us to finish strong versus a very good opponent. We've got 2 games versus good opponents left, and this gives us a chance to really measure ourselves against a very good team. Thanks, guys. Thank you, sir.
I'm very happy. I mean, this group fights every day, gives it all they got, and they deserve this win, very much so.
Did you have any doubt that something like this would come from you guys work so hard since basically the conditioning and you not get results and finally get out?
Yeah, no. I mean, the only thing you wish is that it could have happened earlier in the season, you know what I mean? Because we finally, I mean, the story of our season has been offense plays good, defense plays poorly, defense plays good, offense plays poorly, and finally we just clicked together and played an entire game. So that was beautiful. I mean, it was so much. It felt like the old days, honestly. Like watching Malik go for however many sacks he went for, watching Damian, scoring all those touchdowns, Ganji lighting them up, Wyatt going crazy. Like, you're just so happy for everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, because I know what they put into this. Just watching those guys do such a good job is the best feeling in the world. Mm-hmm. Right, absolutely. Yeah. It was amazing because Dame's one of my guys, and he's just such a pure football player, and yeah, he's had some struggles. He's gone through some stuff, and just to see it all culminate onto one night and everything just, looked like 2015 Damian, you know what I'm saying? So just everything come together finally. And he's persevered. That's the biggest thing. Like, he's never quit on himself, never, thrown in the towel, and it just all paid off.
What was the difference for the defense? I mean, 5 turnovers, 6 sacks, 4 tackles, blocks, you guys went on for a rough stretch, and just kind of dominated.
We just were more aggressive. I think everybody was like, we got 3 more games left, let it loose. You know what I mean? There's no reason to play safe. We have nothing to lose. So everybody's just flying around. TFL's going crazy. You know what I mean? That's big.
Is there still more to prove next week? And you obviously being one of the 4 teams in the conference, now you're going against one of the best.
Absolutely, because San Diego State's what we want to be. Obviously, we want to be on that caliber. So going down there and getting a win would be huge. And then coming up and playing Vegas would be a great deal. So we got a lot to prove against San Diego State, definitely.
Like you said, you wish they would have come sooner. Is this just kind of a weird game? You put in all the work, and sometimes the result you get, they come kind of out.
I just think that if you stay working and you truly stay together as a team, good things are bound to happen eventually. I think we've lost, our last 2 out of 3 games. Boise was a blowout, but our last 2 out of 3 games we've battled, and then I think it's been frustrating for everybody. I think everybody had enough and just really played the way they should play today. Where are you guys usually? I feel like it's.
Questions for Wyatt?
Oh, extremely happy. First one in a while.
What were you most pleased with today?
The defense was killing. They had 3 touchdowns in our punt, or they had 2 touchdowns in our special teams. Man, our defense really stepped up like we needed them to. So that was really good.
What was the call on the punt? It seemed like everybody was kind of rushing. You guys basically had 3 on their
Yeah, no, it was just a call block punt. We got it. We were trying to scheme that all week, and it worked out successfully for us.
How good does it feel knowing, all the work you guys have put in leading up to this point, you had some results here that going after you like this?
I mean, it feels good. It just feels good to win at any time, because as a team, we know all the hard work we put in, that it's going to pay off sooner or later. We just have to stick to the program and do our jobs, and that's what we did this week.
You watch Damian have a game like that, quite often. What did it mean you to be able to, play like that here now?
He's just back. He's back to his original self. As a true freshman, I think he had 6 picks, 3 against Fresno State, 2 against Buffalo, and another one. But he's back to his old self now, and that's what we need him to be.
On offense, do you feel like you guys kind of fed off of that performance?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what football's about, feeding off each other. Like for the first block punt, and then all those pick sixes and all those interceptions. Man, that just helps us not have to put our foot to the pedal so hard, and be able to actually play our game and scheme and come out with the win as we did.
Was there kind of a turning point for you guys? I mean, it was pretty close in the first possessions. Was it the block on that kind of
No, the pick six, that was probably the moment where we're like, oh yeah, we got these guys. There's no stopping us.
Anything else for Wyatt? All right, thanks.
Thank you.
How happy are you with the way you guys played today?
I'm very happy. Great team win. It's been a long season. We were due. We stuck together as a brotherhood, and our memo is you can't break a band of brothers.
How about the game you
You know, all the credit goes to God. You know, He's the reason why we all get up in the morning and do the things that we love. You know, other part of it is my teammates and the coaches. Teammates come out here and work hard every day. Coaches put in the game plan, and we try to come out here and execute it.
What's going on in your head when you get that third interception, second pick six?
Oh man, I'm just excited. You know, it's been a long time since I had an interception, so I was very excited. You know, we come out here and work hard and try to be the best as we can.
You ever scored 3 touchdowns in a game before?
No, in high school, it was pretty. I used to score a lot in high school, but at the collegiate level, it's way harder, much harder. You know, and it's still unreal to me. Like it still hasn't sunk in. So I'm just very excited.
Do you kind of feel like you're just in the right place at the right time on some of those interceptions?
Yeah, I think it had to do with that being in the right place. You know, just watching the quarterback, seeing where he's throwing the ball, and just trying to make a football play.
The defensive line obviously put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. How much do you think that helped you guys out?
They did a great job. You know, they had about 6 sacks. You know, we had 5 forced fumbles. You know, so they did a great job after getting after the quarterback. So that played a big role with us in the back end, being having our eyes right and things like that.
You had 6 interceptions in your first 5 games, and you go 25 with that one. I guess. Yeah. Does that get frustrating, or what are you thinking? Am I ever going to get another interception because of how long you pick?
Yeah, it's been very frustrating not having a pick in a year and a half. But you know, I still come to work every day, try to work hard. You know, picks aren't easy to come by. You know, you got to work a little extra harder to get those.
But when you get them in bunches. I mean, after that first one, did you feel like, okay, this could be my day?
Yeah, I always have the saying, once I get one, I start rolling.
And then that the punt block. I mean, what was the call on that? Is basically everybody trying to block the punt, or is it specific for Wyatt? How did that play?
Well, it's about 5 of us going after the punt. You know, Wyatt came free, blocked it, and I was lucky enough to scoop and score.
Did you guys kind of see something during the week on film that maybe you guys could get to the punters?
Yeah, in the back end, their PP, we thought they didn't block well, so we took advantage of that.
Do you have any extra motivation playing with that weakness?
You know, wait, could you repeat that?
Do you have any extra motivation playing today after what happened with this?
Yeah, this whole week we dedicated ourselves to playing for him. You know, tough way he had went out, and it hurts my soul to see him not being on the field because he's a great leader, he's a great player, and he's done so much for this program. And ever since I got here, I've been playing with him, so it was hard. So I just told myself just play for him.
You get a little winded going 100 yards.
What'd you say?
You get a little winded and tired on that 100 yards.
Oh yeah, I was very tired. You know, I never had a pick 6, so it was very exciting for that.
Not even high school?
Well, in high school I did in high school. At the collegiate level, I'm sorry.
Was Asani back in the locker room or anything, or were you guys able to? Asani, was he back in the locker room? Were you able to talk to him at all? At halftime or after the game?
Not today. He wasn't able to make it due to pains.
You said, I mean, you're the third person to ever do this in the history of college football, scored 3 returns. You kind of said earlier, I mean, it's all sunk in, but is it kind of surreal to think that you just put yourself in the city right at the top?
Yeah, it's still surreal. You know, it's a blessing to be able to do that. You know, the team played a big part in that. You know, everyone keeping their heads up, staying motivated, and you know, we're a bunch of brothers, and we still have a lot to play for. We have to send these seniors out the right way.
You kind of mentioned earlier how much hard work you guys put into the season. Obviously, you haven't seen a lot of awards during games. I mean, what does it feel like to finally play a game like this where everything clicks and you guys are so dominant and you're able to just enjoy a Saturday afternoon?
It felt good. You know, we were due. Yeah, a lot of plays that happened early in the season didn't go our way, but we're just so grateful that today we played as a team. You know, offense, defense, special teams on one accord.
You just kind of beat Wyatt to that block punt. Just kind of outrace him to the ball, or
Well, actually, he blocked the punt, and I just scooped and scored it. So, yeah.
I feel like kind of exercising the demon, just releasing all the frustration of how the season's gone and kind of season.
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. You know, we kind of, I mean, they're beat up on the defensive side of the ball, and so we knew that we could take advantage of that, and I feel like we did that pretty well. And I got back in the locker room, was talking to Coach Miller, and it's just I feel like I didn't do anything because of Damian. Like, he just had a phenomenal game, and just, you know, we go out there and defense is driving, and all of a sudden defensive score. And then I sit right back down on the bench, and defense goes back out there, and so, you know, I just a credit to the defense. They played with their heads on fire tonight and just flying around like we haven't seen, and really just proud of those guys.
Is that kind of what Damian is capable of? I know he had all those interceptions that first year, and then just basically 2 seasons without him.
Yeah, he's such a great kid. Like, he's not one to talk. I mean, it's surprising he even does media, because you only hear a couple words out of him in the locker room. And so, I mean, that's just who he is. He's sitting there, he's locked in at all times, and playing defensive back like that, you just never know when your day is going to come. And today was his, and just such a phenomenal day, and truly just a testament to how much he's locked in, how his work ethic, and, you know, there's some people who have to jump around and make themselves go a little crazy to get fired up, but he's sitting there, you know, eyes straight ahead. He's dead locked in, and it pays off, you know. And you know, he did a great job of stepping up for Asani with that void, and while we were missing Asani, I mean, Damian just realized that he had to step up, and he just did a phenomenal job, not only with all the plays he made tonight, but with taking leadership of that group and getting everyone on the same page the whole night. Oh, you know, I mean, like, you have one win all season. Everything you do, you're coming in, lifting weights, putting all this work in, and you just don't see the results. And for us to get this win in the fashion that we did, it just kind of makes everything, you know, taste a little better. It kind of gets rid of a lot of those bad tastes that we had, all those close games, and it was much needed, you know. Especially we got a tough opponent coming up, going down to San Diego next week, and they're a great football team, and, you know, they've had a couple of bumps here and there, but they're a phenomenal football team, and so we got a challenge ahead of us and a great opportunity to go get something done. So just to be able to, you know, get our confidence up, well, on both sides of the ball and on special teams, going into such a good opponent, and, you know, it was much needed. Start the preparation for them immediately.
That'll do it tonight.